Welcome back to episode number 2 of the Shift Workers Q&A. In this episode, I'm going to be going through three questions that you guys have asked. So number 1 is tracking food on night shifts. Number 2 is banking calories. And number 3 is staying motivated, how to basically set up targets between where you start to where you end. Especially with the new year, everyone sets these massive resolutions and massive goals for themselves, and most of the time we don't achieve them. So hopefully this will help with that. If you do find this video useful, hit the thumbs up button down below. So number 1, tracking food on night shifts. Now, if you know me and you've watched a lot of my content, my whole thing is just keeping things simple. That's why everyone gets results, because we keep things simple, we don't overcomplicate it for the sake of it. So let's say, for example, today I was waking up and I was going in for a night shift tonight. Now, I would log into MyFitnessPal as today's date. I would then basically just continue to log all my food until I go to bed tomorrow under today's date. That is the easiest way to do it. So do it from when you wake up to when you go to bed. Don't try and scan food from 12 o'clock and then start a new diary at 12 o'clock and scan half of the day and then wake up tomorrow and scan the other half of the day. It's just confusing me even talking about it. So the thought of actually doing it is even worse. So scan your food on night shifts from when you wake up to when you go to bed. Keep it simple. Now, number 2 is calorie banking, and I'm going to try and keep this super simple because it can be confusing. I will put another video to it here, a link to a video, practical video with me with some cups if you haven't seen it. It's very interesting, just like all of my content. Yeah. So anyway, let's go over calorie banking. Now, calorie banking is probably one of the best tools that you can use, especially if we're working shifts. Our days off are precious, we want to go out, we want to enjoy ourselves. Even if it just consists of getting a takeaway with your colleagues on a back shift, you can still do that and still make progress. If you don't believe me, you can ask any one of the clients that I've worked with. If you've ever met them, we've all went over calorie banking, they've all still made progress, even with social events. So let's say, for example, I'm on 2,000 calories a day over the course of the week. I don't know what this is meant to represent. I think this is meant to represent the week. So 2,000 calories a day over the course of the week. So this is me pretty much 2,000 calories over the course of the day. Over the course of the week, 14,000 calories. All right, so really simple, it's in a really, really straight line. So when I then want to bank calories, all I really do is drop the calories at the start of the week, give myself more calories towards the end of the week. Now, one way to think of this is, if we think of calories as money, so let's say we've got a daily spend limit of £2,000, which would be quite nice for some. £14,000 over the course of the week. Okay, so it doesn't matter when I spend that £2,000 as long as I don't go over my weekly budget of £14,000. And if we look at that in the same way as calories, if I don't go over my budget of 14,000 calories over the course of the week, I'm still going to be making progress. I'm still going to be in alignment with the current goal that I have. Now, the easiest way to think of this is if we're going to the casino at the end of the week. So we're saving our money up on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because we've got a casino night on Friday. We don't really know how much money we're going to spend, but we know that we're going to spend more than 2,000, so we really just try and save some money throughout the start of the week. And that's all we really look to do with calorie banking. It's essentially just keeping calories slightly lower on the run up to a social event, or possibly keeping them slightly lower after a social event, if it was a surprise social event or something that kind of came up last minute. And we've not the time to bank calories, you can do this after the social event as well. If you've got any more questions on calorie banking, just shoot me a message. Number 3, which I think is probably the most important, especially at this time of year, is staying motivated. Now, new year, new me, the usual stuff that everyone comes out with. And I'm not here to judge anyone from that. I used to do that all the time as well. But if we really look at an end goal, a lot of people will pick an end goal and go, right, okay, it's January 1st. By June, I'm going to have dropped 30 pounds. I'm going to look amazing. I'm going to feel amazing. I'm going to feel super confident because I don't like the way that I look and feel just now. And that's perfect. It's good to have goals in mind. But a lot of the times the motivation can slip because going from maybe where we are, like for myself, when I started weightlifting, I was so skinny, I was so paranoid about it. I genuinely hated it. Like, I hated even getting changed in front of people. I used to get made fun of for it. Not ideal. So for me to then start my weightlifting journey and think, right, okay, I need to get from this point of being a extremely skinny 15, 16-year-old to where I am just now, that's a very daunting journey to take. So what I would recommend doing, and what I say to clients to do as well, is reverse engineer it from the goal. So let's say, for example, we have Billy, right? Billy Namates. So Billy Namates wants to lose 30 pounds between now and June. So how's he going to do that? Now, if he goes, right, okay, I'm going to start going running each day, I'm going to eat salads, I'm going to go into a juicing diet, none of it is really in alignment with that goal. He doesn't even really know if that's going to help get towards that goal, essentially. So a better way for him to do it would be go, right, okay, that's the goal there. What do I need to do in order to get there? You need to then almost reverse engineer from that goal. But break it down into monthly tasks, weekly tasks, and daily tasks. And once you've got those monthly, weekly, and daily tasks, break them down into the goal. I try and stress this so much to clients as well. Like, even if we have an end goal, getting through one day where we hit our step count, we hit our calories, and we hit our gym sessions, if it's on a training day, that's a goal that we've essentially achieved. And that goal is in alignment with the long-term goal. So even if your goal is to lose, let's say, 30 pounds, and you've got 30 weeks to do that, you can go, right, okay, well, I'm going to lose £1 a week. What do I need to do to lose £1 a week? I need to be in a calorie deficit, I need to be getting my steps in, I need to be tracking my calories, and I need to be getting my training sessions in. So focus on it as small goals. It's almost the same as focusing on the work that we are doing as being that goal. And it sounds a bit wanky, I totally get that. But if you think of it as when you went for your police interview. Now, you know that you're going to become a cop at the end of this entire process, but each small thing is a goal. So passing the fitness tests, passing your interviews, passing the assessment days, getting to the police college, passing out, all of these things are small goals which lead you to becoming a probationer, getting through your probation, and becoming a cop. And that's essentially it. Whereas if you started and thought, oh God, I've got so much stuff to do, how am I going to learn all this stuff? But you don't do it that way for anything else, really. It's only in terms of fitness that people have this massive goal at the end and think, right, okay, I'm going for that goal, but I don't know how to get there. And they don't do it. They don't do the daily tasks, they don't do the weekly tasks, and they don't do the monthly tasks required to get to that point. So reverse engineer it, break it down into monthly, weekly, and daily goals, and start giving yourself some praise when you do actually achieve these goals, because you know, right, okay, this is going to happen, but this is what I need to do today to get there. If you did like this video and you found it useful, give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel.